We're going to be making stews today, okay? So the 3 stews...
In a basement kitchen off Oxford Street, 2 women are fighting to demystify cooking, to banish fear. Their motto? It really is that simple. That's why they call this place simply Cookery School.
That's it.
Their students today, 3 rugby players from Enfield. That's Steve, Wes, and the one on top throwing the punches, that's Richard. They never want to eat, let alone prepare a salsify foam or a poached quail tower. These are men who love food, but are scared to cook.
Welcome to Cookery School. You all look very scared. Don't be scared. We're not intimidating at all.
And we think we've got a formula where we can really teach you to cook easily and simply.
Scrubbed and aproned?
Yours is inside out, Steve.
That's a good start. I did it on purpose, you know.
Lads are learning how to make stew. We're told Wes is the most experienced.
Yeah, little bits and pieces. Nothing special.
Steve on bolognese. Okay, lamb tagine.
I'll do the lamb if you want.
Okay, Richard lamb tagine. So, Wes, you're okay with chicken cacciatore? You
You
are.
The principle for each dish is exactly the same.
And we believe if you can do one stew, you can do any stew in the world. You probably will make the odd mistake.
Possibly.
Give a man a ready meal and you feed him for a day.
Pour it into that.
Teach a man to make stew and you feed him for a lifetime.
Give it a little stir.
Yeah, well, look, can you see over there? It's a little
There you
bit.
go.
Not
He
much.
will go forth to make any damn stew he pleases. From bolognese to bourguignon to Bombay beef curry.
Right, you see those sort of beautiful crispy brown bits? They're what you're after.
Because it's sealing in flavour. Browned, caramelised meat just tastes better.
It's like Nando's.
Well done, Richard.
Very good.
Top of the class.
Very, very good.
And I'm going to show you a really brilliant way of chopping an onion, very easy. The first time someone showed me this, I was very excited, and I still get very excited by this.
Really?
Yeah.
Chop off one end and give yourself a flat surface. Half, peel.
Which just comes off nicely. You're going to make little slits, but can you see how I'm not slicing right to the end? Yeah.
Then chop down.
So it's all still
Voila.
Do you know what, that is exciting.
It is. And you can have a go too, Wes.
Should they be small or should I make them huge like Wes's or?
No, there is nothing worse than an undercooked elephant hide-sized chunk of onion in a sauce of finely minced beef. That's a basic principle. Small bits of meat,
Your fingers
small
tucked
bits of
away.
onion.
do this bit now.
I'd like
Same
you to
way,
all
so
look
you
at
want that.
Richard, if you don't mind. Look how he's tidying up.
Rich is very clean cook. I'm going to squish it.
Garlic, by the way, similar chopping principle, but always add it later. Garlic cooks quicker than onion and burnt. It's disgusting.
I'm really impressed with his technique. Look at that. Beautiful, even garlic.
You make a good house husband, Rich.
Then meat, onion, garlic, herbs, tomatoes, wine, veg,
Spices.
whatever else your recipe calls for.
It looks nice. All together.
Chuck it all in the pot, but no salt. Not
In
yet.
that goes. If you added salt now, what would happen is it would really toughen the meat up. And the whole point of this cooking process is to make the meat as tender as possible.
And what's going to happen to that?
Reduce down.
It's going to reduce down.
Well done, Richard.
Nice.
Okay, so the longer you cook your stew, the better flavour it's going to have. Your sauce is going to get thicker, your meat's going to get more tender, and you're going to have an absolutely delicious, rich, flavourful stew.
Looking forward to eating that.
I know, I can see. That's beautiful.
Simmer until it looks right, until the sauce is thick.
Are you all having a little taste?
More importantly, just taste it.
In these programmes, when they say they do it with a nice jus, what is a jus?
It's the sauce, it's the juice.
We try not to use jargon.
Yeah.
Because jargon just makes people scared.
Meanwhile, prepare your side dishes. Something to soak up the jus. I mean sauce.
So what is polenta?
Polenta's maize meal. It's corn. If you take corn and grind it up, this is what you get. It's ground up
Steve
corn.
seems underwhelmed. Anyway, at least he now knows what polenta is, so he can avoid it in the future.
We didn't fry the bacon.
No, we didn't. When you forget, it happens to us too. So
Yeah.
what do you do? Add it later. We'll just fry
That's
the
another
bacon off
principle.
now.
You can remedy most mistakes.
Okay, in goes the bacon.
Always taste what you've cooked before forcing it on others.
You really delicious.
Yeah, you sat down all day.
Oh, I'm broke.
Sit down and enjoy.
I thought it was a lot harder to cook, but no, it went well. I enjoyed it. I like the way how they said about all the stews and how he did it.
that can be used on any kind of different meal. Like all the meals all cook the same principles.
Next week at Cookery School, 3 ballet dancers learn how to make bread.